In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still at. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Down, we can start doing it.
You can completely lay down in these chairs.
We can start podcasting.
It's so
like
weird
we're
laying down, like we're in the ice chambers or whatever.
That's what we should make it when we get guests. We should, or this is how we have to do it.
And we have to, all three of us lay on our back. Yeah. Well, welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight, joined here with Cash Krause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going well, man. How about yourself?
I'm gonna get this mic up in my mouth. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's been pretty busy lately, but yeah. What are we here to talk about? The real question is what we're here to talk about is Daenerys gonna blow a 3-0 dragon lead?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, is she gonna blow her cousin? I'm like, they already did at the end of season 7.
No, that's her
that's her nephew. That's her nephew. Never mind.
So it's not as weird, man.
It's not. I guess not. I mean, Game of Thrones standard, it's not.
No, that's just an average relationship.
Yeah, especially with the Targaryens.
What I love,
they have incest anyway.
I was just thinking about that. Is what I love is even when someone's trying not to fuck their family, they're still fucking their family.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Even without even not realizing it, dude. You can't even fuck in that town.
You can't.
Everyone you're fucking, you're related to.
Yeah.
God,
I know, and in Westeros is so big that you figure.
Oh, I know. You're just trying not to have some little incest, but
I guess it's just too hard in this realm.
So what we're talking about, Game of Thrones, right?
Yes, sir.
Gotta talk about it. It's coming out. It's coming up. It's this week, isn't it?
It's this Sunday. Yep.
Oh my God, dude, my body isn't ready.
I know. Which to pray to let everyone know, we're actually doing after show episodes. We're doing 6, obviously, because there's 6 episodes.
Oh yeah, for each one.
And then for a few of those episodes, we'll have guests in to watch with us, and then review the show right afterwards.
Yeah,
so you can find that Monday morning.
We'll be fresh off seeing the episode. So
yeah, literally.
We'll still be stunned.
We'll turn off the TV, and then we'll be right here watching. So
yeah, except for people on the East Coast. I've seen it for 3 hours already.
They have. And you know what? To hell with those people.
Maybe we should fly over there and do it so we can get that earlier.
Get there earlier, record it, and then come back. I like that idea. For all 6?
We're pretty much time travelers at that point. We're dipping and diving through and out of time zones. I mean,
and you know, we can buy plane tickets too every week.
Yeah, it would.
Money's nothing.
Oh, I know money's no object for you. I mean, I know we got the high side private jet.
We do. We fly it around everywhere on the taxpayer's dollar too. On top of that,
we're
how that works.
Technically, we're a church, so we don't pay any taxes.
No, we do not.
So yeah, technically we are. We do hold service because
Church of High Sci.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we should do that. We're not paying taxes.
It's not a bad idea.
Trust me, I haven't paid taxes in years. Maybe I should be saying
Dude,
this.
I still got to file mine this year.
Oh, really? You haven't filed
yet?
yet?
8 days left. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Taxes are always just so stressful, man.
It takes just stressful. 5 minutes.
I know, but I have ones from. I have to do ones from California every year, from Oregon, from Washington, because I get residuals.
That means you should just get someone to do.
No, I do.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But it's still stressful. I don't know. I don't like taxes.
You scared?
I always get money back. Back because I claim 0, but it's like
Oh yeah, so do yeah. That's why I always get them done. You know,
I know. So you get the money.
You know,
but I like it having later on because I'm going to Vegas in July for International Fight Week. So, which if you want to come, you're more than welcome.
Thanks, man. I know you don't own.
You stay in my.
Oh, you got something down there?
Yeah, I got a hotel.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, so I'm going down there for 4 days.
What is that?
July 3rd to 7th. International Fight Week. So that's it's the weekend where the UFC Hall of Fame is.
Oh, so it's just There's not actual.
No,
It's
there's
like
a fight card.
Oh, there
it's
is?
the biggest fight card of the year. Yeah,
Oh.
the July 4th weekend is always the biggest fight card of the year.
Oh, that's the July 4th weekend?
Yeah. They've already
Bro, I'm
announced
celebrating my
Amanda
country
Nunes,
that
Holly
weekend.
Holmes, and John Jones versus Thiago Silva. Already.
Man, I don't know if I can get in the same arena with John Jones. I might have to get in that octagon. I've
Oh,
never
you're gonna have to
been
get
in the same state as that man.
No.
I hear that name and my blood starts boiling.
It
so
does.
I'm-
It does. Does it not?
It does.
But I wouldn't want to be in the same octagon with that man.
No. Well, I'm thinking I get in there. He's not going to see me coming.
No.
Right.
No.
He's
He's,
not gonna-
too tall. He won't see
He's
you.
not going to see a fan though jumping in the ring, right? He's not going to have his guard up.
No,
because if
he's
he gets you in a guard, if he gets you in some kind of clinch or something, I mean, you got to take your shot.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Did you see the guy who tackled? We'll get to Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Did you see the
eventually
guy who
we'll get to Game
tackled
of Thrones, yeah.
Bret Hart or whatever?
I saw that the WWE guy.
Yeah,
That's so crazy. What for?
I don't know. The guy
What
was
is this fuckery going on?
Well, the weird thing with WWE is you never know when it's not staged.
Exactly.
So
You never
you're
know,
because
yeah.
people are always coming out of the crowd getting tackled. But
Yeah.
apparently, this was a legit, just a crazy man.
Shit. So you don't think the WWE writers were in the back like, okay, let's write this in. Tim, can you go?
I don't know. They
Go
were
on
probably
stage.
thinking, "Damn, we should have wrote that
Yeah,
in
we
because that
should've-
shit
yeah.
is getting hits right
Yeah.
now." But I guess Bret Hart was pretty fucked up after. I guess he's got a bad back or something.
No way.
But I'm telling you, man, that's me in the John Jones situation. Except Bret Hart's like 70 years old.
right. And John,
John
Jones,
Jones is
is
arguably
in, the prime
in his
of
prime.
life. Yeah.
And you know he's got
Destroying
all kinds of
motherfuckers.
steroids and he's got juiced up.
Yes.
So you know he's not gonna play
With
fair.
a picogram.
Bro, those steroids are from 10 years ago when he took steroids.
Yeah.
Come on, they're still in his.
Yeah, they're still in the system.
Anyways, let's
Still
talk.
floating around.
Let's talk Game of Thrones. It's coming
do it.
up. What do we want to do? We want to do predictions, or do we want to do a quick recap first?
I would say either one is suffice. We can do a recap first,
Yeah.
if you want.
Well, how'd we leave season 7? It was.
How did we leave it?
Yeah.
Well, in pretty grim circumstances, I would say.
Well, give it to us.
I would say Cersei first off lied to
Yep.
everyone.
Well,
Said
let's.
she was going to go help fight the White Walkers.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The White Walkers broke down that wall.
They did very fast.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Once you have a dragon, things are a lot easier.
I guess so. Yeah.
That wall stood for 8,000 years, and that thing
And that
crumbled
thing
quick.
within
Yeah.
minutes.
That's what was
Within-
that? It made out of fucking paper. It was. I mean,
It was. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
it really went down.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I guess when
8,000
you're
years.
a White Walker, and they brought this up, they said this beforehand, but you become essentially twice as strong. So really, this dragon
Oh,
is
yeah.
like a 2-for-1.
And dragons themselves are. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the world they're very magical creatures on their own. So when you combine that with the fucking White Walker and the head of the White Walker, so yeah, that guy's gonna be tough to beat now.
yeah, not going to be easy.
Yeah,
No.
Daenerys really blew that one.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. I would
Actu-
say John blew
So,
it more.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
because
going out
trying to-
eight men.
Bro, why do you got to slay 3 more White Walkers? Like, just get on the dragon and fly away. If he would have done that, then none of that would have happened.
That was such a risky mission in the first place. Taking
Yeah.
8 guys out to face the entire, just hoping
Not
you're
even on
gonna find a
horses at all.
scraggler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Immediately, you don't go out on horses for some god unknown reason.
Even though you know the White Walkers have horses, dead horses they died.
and they're full sprint. I don't think they have lungs or
Right.
They can just
yeah, so they
sprint.
can just sprint forever. Which, that's another thing that I never understood. If they're White Walkers, and this is all very minute stuff, but why don't they just sprint to the wall the whole time? Why do they walk so slowly?
Man,
You get what I'm saying? So why not just sprint at the wall? Like a full-on sprint
Yeah,
if you can do it
that's true.
unlimited.
Maybe the
Get there faster.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Stupid little point to make. But I
But you
just
know
thought
they gotta
about
take
that.
their time. They gotta kill every village they come across too, because that's how they get their army. I mean, they didn't start out with that
Well, we
army.
saw that
They had to
in
kill
season
everyone.
6 with
yeah.
all the wildlings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you got to think they're on a kind of a tour of the north where they're picking up a lot of people on the way.
Yeah.
Because you got to think their army had to start out pretty small. It's all dead people, right?
Right.
But no.
But they've been putting it together for a while now.
Oh yeah, they've been piecing this bad boy,
Yeah.
and now they got a
been
good
a
amount. They got a
process.
good amount of
Yes,
people.
they do.
Biggest army out of any of the armies
Mhm.
of the fucking land, right?
They got a few giants too on their side and a dragon, so they're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not to mention they got 5 fucking magical White Walker beings that can throw a javelin a good 2 miles.
God damn, did they do track when they were in school?
I don't know.
I mean, that javelin toss
But
was
I love,
pretty good.
I love that scene where they're handing, like, the one guy hands the javelin to the other guy, and they know, like, this guy can fucking throw the javelin.
Yeah.
Give him the javelin.
No questions asked. They're like, give it to this guy.
Yeah, he meddled in high school in javelin, so give him this fucking, and he knew exactly where to place that bad boy.
He did.
Took
Just
that
right
dragon
there,
down
right in the-
quick.
yeah.
And just like that, from 3 to 2 dragons.
And to talk about the dragons, Viserion was the one that died.
Yep.
Right. So we have Drago.
Yes.
And what's the third one's name? Gosh dang it.
God, the third fucking dragon. I can't keep up with all these names.
I know all the names. There's like 300 names. But anyway, the third dragon. But what is your prediction for the dragons moving forward? And I guess we can kind of bounce around and do this with each character.
Well, now I'm kind of worried about these dragons. Because the Lannisters have a system to kill the dragon now, too. They got the new Scorpion. That thing can take dragons out.
But that was obliterated in episode 6, I want to say, when Jaime Lannister then goes and chases Daenerys.
Yeah,
and the
but
dragon.
you gotta be able to make more than one of them. I mean, they're made of wood.
True.
I mean,
but we had
they
only
gotta be-
saw one, so I'm assuming that it's destroyed. So they would have to build more, but
Yeah.
they would have enough time.
But I think that one was just the prototype. Because remember, they go down to, like, the bottom of the keep or whatever.
Yeah.
And that one really weird guy, I can't remember his name, but he's lasted way longer than I ever
anyone
expected.
right?
Somehow, but because remember he's like, yo, check this out, and then it was like a new thing. So I'm guessing in this 7th season they're gonna be stocked with those things.
Okay.
Which is gonna be tough for a dragon to get through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cersei has enough time now that Euron Greyjoy went and got the Golden Company to come back. That's actually what he was doing, is getting the Golden Company from.
I thought Euron Greyjoy was gonna go get mercenaries.
Yeah, that's the Golden Company. They're mercenaries.
No, I thought what's her name? Possibly Melisandre, because the Golden Company is the guys. I thought the Golden Companies were the guys who protected the Temple of the Light over in Essos.
No,
Is that someone else then?
no, the Golden. Now you're making me wonder, but no, I'm like 99% sure.
Yeah, well, you
I
might
might
be
be
right,
wrong.
but I almost know, or I'm almost sure that there's
They are
something.
mercenaries, but they're hired. They're like a swords hand.
Yeah, but that is what Theron Greyjoy is going to do. So she's getting an even bigger fucking army
Right,
now.
yeah.
So, yeah. Because she has all that money now that she stole from the old lady who got poisoned.
Olena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, she took all that gold because the bank was on her or whatever. So now
And wasn't that a crazy scene too in scene 7 when Jaime tries to do the humane thing and
Oh,
poisons
good, dude.
her instead of letting Cersei torture her, and then she's still
Good, you
a
have to.
royal bitch to
Oh,
the
yeah,
very
dude.
end, and she goes, "By the way,
Well, fuck.
I'm the one who poisoned
Cersei
King
killed her
Joffrey."
goddamn her entire family.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she got her revenge.
She has no one left at that time of being poisoned. So
She
I
did
mean,
not,
you
no.
gotta stick if you can do. And it was perfect because Jaime couldn't do anything because she was already poisoned.
Mhm.
It's not like he could go out and choke her, make her throw
know,
that up. I'm gonna
yeah.
torture you now. Because I love that. Because you're right. That scene is awesome because you see Jaime is pissed when
He's
he hears
mad,
about
yeah.
it, and he knows
that's
he
his
can't
boy.
do shit. Yeah.
But I don't think, I do think Jaime loved his son, obviously, but he had to have known King Joffrey was just a little weasel. you
Oh
know?
yeah.
So he couldn't have loved his son that much.
And
I
it
think-
wasn't, and he never even acknowledged him as his son. So I mean,
no, he did not really. No,
so
not
I mean,
that one.
it's really, I really don't, because his entire life, he never, fucking called him son or anything like that. So I really,
Yeah.
and Joffrey was a dick. So even if he was your kid and you were calling him son, I think you still wouldn't be that upset when he died. And you got like 3.
I think out of all the kings too, which sucks, I think King Tommen would have been the best one. I mean, for
They were all shitty though.
yeah,
I mean, even he, because
because he fell into the whole religion thing, and
yeah, and
was
even he
manipulated,
and
by
even
the
he
priest.
seemed like he was starting to become a dick or whatever. As soon as any of them become kings, they really start being fucking assholes.
Power, man.
Start torturing
Yeah.
people. But yeah, that was a crazy scene though when she got. I forgot about the poison scene.
Mhm.
Well, we got to talk about Jon Snow, who we found out who Jon Snow's real dad is.
Yeah.
Like we were just talking about, he's and Jon Snow's rightful heir to the throne.
Mm-hmm. Because he's Rhaegar Targaryen's bloodline. Yeah.
Crazy.
From the annulled marriage, too, which is nuts.
From the marriage that everyone thought was a kidnapping / rape.
Right. So Robert's whole entire war was based on a lie. The whole thing was based on a lie.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
well,
Robert...
because it was under the premise that she was kidnapped.
But Robert also didn't like him because... what's his name? Rhaegar. He was next in line to be king, though, also.
Right, of course.
So, I mean, Robert. So he had to die. Well, the whole thing had to happen, right? The Mad King had to die. And then also fucking Rhaegar had to die also for Robert to become. But yeah, they were pissed at that guy. Everyone thought they fucking kidnapped and raped Ned Stark's sister when she was down with it.
Yeah, it was all consensual.
Which is weird because the Targaryens are a weird bunch.
Well, yeah.
I mean, most of them.
It's all incest to keep the bloodline.
We don't
pure.
get very much. We don't see very much Rhaegar ever.
No,
so we don't know. We don't really know.
Just in those little teeny.
Maybe he was the one that was half normal or something, but we don't get it because we know. What's his name? Varys or Daenerys' brother. He was a fucking little creep.
He was a little bastard. Yeah, he was. A whiny little bitch, too.
And he was in love with his sister also.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He wasn't in love with her, though, to the point because he used her and abused her.
Oh, yeah.
As far as, like, selling her off.
Yeah.
Knowing that Drago would,
Yeah, and we got to remember at that time, both of them were kind of exiled or had to leave to Essos. Mm-hmm. And Daenerys was a baby when her dad, the Mad King, was killed by Jaime.
And they had to flee because they were trying to hunt down and kill Daenerys.
Yeah, and she was a baby when her brother, Rhaegar, was murdered also.
Yeah.
So she didn't know any of them, really. Yeah, Jon Snow, is he going to be there? Is he going to... Because, he doesn't even know. He doesn't know that his dad is...
Not yet. No, I mean...
No one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows, but...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Brandon Stark knows, obviously.
Yeah. And Sam as well, because he was at the Citadel.
Yep, also, yeah.
And they found out through the writing that the marriage was actually annulled right before they ended up leaving the Citadel, which is crazy. So now Sam knows, Samuel Gaethje, and then... Bran.
Well, we got to talk about...
What's the deal with Bran?
We got to talk about Bran.
Did this dude go emo in season 7? Good Lord.
I think he's not even fucking human anymore.
No, he's not.
He's not. No. He doesn't even know how to like act around people anymore. Right. Because remember when what's her name came, the chick that was dragging his ass all across the fucking
for
land.
Like 7 seasons.
Her brother died for him. Yeah, they all. And remember, he just like gave her like, okay, thanks.
He's like, all right, thanks, goodbye.
Yeah, brutal. But I think I don't think he's being a dick. I just think he's Three-Eyed Raven now.
Exactly. And when that transformation took place, when the old Three-Eyed Raven told him, you are now the Three-Eyed Raven, I really saw that character change as soon as they left. As soon as like
it's
the Hodor scene.
Once you're the Three-Eyed Raven, so I don't know, you're like... You're part of every creature now and everything, right? Because they can control animals and everything. Yes. Yeah. So what's going to happen in Bran, though?
There was an interesting
see this character.
Theory.
Oh, you got something for me.
Yeah, there was an interesting theory, and I don't have all the details because I watched the video and I was like, okay, well, I see the similarities, but people are saying that he could potentially be the White Walker King. Now, whether or not you believe in that is one thing.
How? Like he's...
don't ask me how. The video was like 20 minutes long and they were breaking the whole theory down, but basically through the magic that Bran is actually like living in the future kind of thing where...
Well, they are connected in ways to where Bran got his powers, from the tree or whatever, and those tree are from the forest people.
Which is also where the Night King was sacrificed with the other people.
The forest people...
Forest people, yeah.
Were the first people... on the fucking planet, because remember it was all magic before humans came.
Yeah.
The Night King, he was there also, but he found a way to kill the forest people, and they cursed him or whatever, and made him, a White Walker and
Mhm.
whatnot. So they are connected in a way where they both get the powers from the same place.
Right.
So maybe, yeah. Maybe I think Bran is going to play a huge role in this somehow. I think he's going to be able to either figure out how to control some of the White Walkers' army or something.
That would be interesting.
I mean, because if they are connected, they, I don't know, have similar powers, right? Where Bran can control animals, maybe he can control these fucking, because all these dead guys are as animals now, right?
Yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
they're just all controlled. And then if you kill one of their leaders or one of their general leaders, and all the ones around them die.
Well, it's whoever made them rise up. If you kill whoever the guy that made you rise up,
Yeah,
they all die.
they all
yeah,
die.
because remember how convenient it was when they killed that guy. There was one
There was
White Walker
one
that
left,
didn't
yeah.
die. Yeah, but yeah. So that's So if you kill, and they even said at one point when they're all on the little island being attacked by they said you kill the head. So if you kill the head guy, I would assume that he made the other White Walkers. So if you kill him, it kills everyone.
It kills
right?
everyone. Yeah. The Night King is the guy you have to kill. If you
Yeah.
want to zoom into the Mormont there
Where's that?
in the very corner, left corner,
Up
down, right there. No, up, right there.
here? That's not left corner.
Lyanna Mormont. This girl is a good actress.
Oh yeah.
All those scenes where she's got to be like super leader, like
Mhm.
dude, she is very, very impressive.
She's a badass too.
Yeah, and she she definitely gets respect from the north, from the people in the north.
Oh,
Could you
yeah.
imagine being in her responsibility and her role being that young? You know how challenging that would be to lead people. It doesn't matter even if they only had 56 soldiers.
The
to help
stupidity.
out the
That's how
North,
it
but-
happened. Fucking,
know.
it's ridiculous. Yeah, but that's how it happened. You just because they believe that these lines of people were picked by God. That once everyone's dead, now you have to have an 8-year-old lead your country.
Isn't that
it's a
insane?
sticky situation for
Crazy.
sure. And 98% of the time, they turn
It did not go well.
They usually turn into a fucking Lannister and start killing everyone. But yeah, she's in kind of a realm of her own where she's just with the Jorah Mormont, who's
Yeah.
still around somehow.
Somehow, which
This guy is
at the
fucking
Citadel,
friend zoned to
oh,
the
to the 10th
it's
degree.
he's the biggest cuck I've ever seen in my life, dude.
He is, dude. It's sad.
This
I feel
guy
for
is
the guy.
friend zoned to the 10th power.
Good
He's so
Lord.
locked in.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking his girl. Everyone.
And he just deals with it.
He just stands around. He's dedicated. But yeah, he's still around. He beat the grayscale.
He did.
Which is
God,
hard to
it was
do.
all over his body, thanks to Sam.
Yeah, and that's a brutal part of the last season when he's got to peel that skin off him. Because remember, to apply the shit, Sam had to peel all the nasty skin off him. Oh my god, dude, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was tough to watch. There's not a lot of people left in the show. at this point.
There's
Look at this
not.
goddamn map.
I know
X is-
majority of them are gone. off the
Although
face
some
the
of them
planet.
have came back. Like we got to go down. See, this is where the fuck is? Oh, right here. The Brotherhood without banners, who fight for the light,
Yes,
who they're still kicking.
they are.
This son of a bitch has been brought back 8 times. 8.
Oh, Beric Dondarrion?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. Well, he's brought back 6 times, but I think he will probably die. That's one of my predictions.
Well, he's got to
that-
die now because Thor's Mir, he died. And that was the guy that kept bringing him back. So that's your lifeline right there.
Very true, but we still have Missandra.
Who may be the most powerful person in this goddamn
Mhm.
show. Yeah,
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
I mean, she just dances in and out of places. She's everywhere. And she can conjure up. It's the light, man. Something's big's going to happen with the light. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to her.
What is the most powerful god in your opinion? Do you think the god of light is the most powerful?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's got to be, right?
The fact that you can bring anyone back from the dead, that's huge.
yeah,
I mean,
it's a big plus.
and when she when she was in cahoots with Stannis
Baratheon, yeah.
and they fucked and she got pregnant and she gave
Mhm.
birth to that thing that I don't know what happened to that thing. The night golem or whatever that killed what's his name? Because remember, she gave birth to some creature that killed.
Yeah, it was supposed to kill his brother.
Yeah,
And it
did.
successfully did.
The gay guy.
Yeah.
Right.
The
gay, yeah.
Yep.
And it did, but then that thing just gone. I don't know, did it evaporate once it killed?
It must have. I think it was just a curse that she set on him. And then
she had to give birth to that fucking thing.
Yeah, she did. It's pretty gross.
Yeah. But yeah, I think she's going to play a big role into it. I think she's going to go back to Essos, because they have some HQ or headquarters where Lord Light's the temple. They've talked about it a few times, but there's something there.
Did you notice, and I didn't notice this until I went back and watched season 7 again. But you watched obviously the Umbrella Academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know who Dick and Tarly is, right?
From the Umbrella Academy?
Yeah. He's the big ape guy in the
Oh,
Umbrella
yeah.
Academy. Yeah,
Man,
I
was wondering. He looked very familiar.
When I was watching the Umbrella Academy, I was like, dude, I recognize this guy. Who is he? And then I watched Game of Thrones season 7, the recap. Or I actually watched the whole show, 6 and 7. And then I saw him and I was like, oh shit, that's the guy from Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Doing big things, getting a lot of big roles, apparently. Because, he was a Tarly, so he was in the show for a while.
Yeah, but he died 7th season, right?
Yeah, he did. He got burned alive.
He got burnt with his dad.
With his father, yep.
Because he didn't want to... Yeah, because I remember that. He didn't want his dad to burn by himself.
Yep.
His dad was a dick, though, also.
Yeah, Randall Tarly.
Yeah.
He was a prick.
He was the Hand at the time, wasn't he?
Yes, at the time until... No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't the Hand. Because that one fucking weirdo guy's the Hand.
Oh, he is the guy. He's the Hand now, yeah. What was he? I thought he was something at some point.
We got to talk about Arya Stark.
Oh, yeah.
And her journey.
Oh, yeah.
So in the beginning of season 7...
Arguably my favorite character of the entire thing.
Right. The beginning of season 7 was awesome, the way it opened.
She kills the whole house.
House of Frey, yeah.
In
dude,
what, 30 seconds?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, man. She's a badass now, too.
But then the very next time we see her, she comes across a celebrity. Ed Sheeran.
I think you're going to talk about Hot Pie.
She came Hot Pie too.
That's
that
the
was
real
great
celebrity,
Hot
man.
Pie again.
That's what we need to talk about. What I think Hot Pie's going to end up on the Iron Throne.
But we got to talk about the best. Yeah, no kidding. Right? He might secretly be waiting
he's a survivor.
In the
One, he's got the best fucking hot pies in the land. People are coming from all over the place.
There's nothing better than
he's figured out his recipe. Even Arya, she can't get over it.
Yep.
So,
well, you know what? I've heard that if you practice and practice and practice, you can master whatever you want to do in life.
Yeah,
I think Hot Pie's mastered the Hot Pie.
I think
he.
They fucking named him after it.
They did. So
he's got to be doing something right. And he's a big boy, so he's got.
He is a big boy, so he's perfecting it. He's trying many Hot Pies.
Yes, sir. But I'm very.
But I got to talk about that scene though, the Hot Pie scene, because that was one of the greatest cut twos in Game of Thrones.
Yes,
the repetition of Sam in the Citadel cleaning shit
and then
pouring soup, cleaning shit, pouring soup.
Yeah.
That was good, but then later on when he's going and cutting the grayscale
and then
from
it cuts
Jorah,
to the fucking
and then it cuts to the Hot Pie.
It's a gross fucking.
Those are some of the best two cut twos.
It's a gross cut too. Yeah. But we need Arya Stark. What's gonna happen with her, dude? She's got to die.
You think so?
I mean, she's just on a fucking revenge mission.
I think she'll kill Cersei before she dies.
I think she will too.
I think she'll do it under the guise of Jaime.
Let's not forget, she has the only dog that's still alive.
No, the white one is. The ghost is still alive.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Jon Snow's wolf.
Well, is he though? Do we know that? Or we just haven't seen him die?
No, he's still alive because towards the middle to end of season 7, we see him one more time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right. Well, that makes me feel a little better.
But they'll probably die in season 8. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
But Nymeria, remember, because in season 7, I think that's kind of towards that part.
Yes, you're right.
She meets them all in the woods because remember, she had to get rid of that dog because that fucking dog, God, beautiful dog.
It is. Beautiful wolf.
What's his name? Joffrey. in the first season, and she had to banish it.
Right.
It's the first fucking season. Now the dog's running with his own goddamn
He's
pack.
got a whole pack, man. And he's by far the biggest one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, you don't. Yeah,
That is right.
don't forget how big of a little fucking prick Joffrey is. He banished a goddamn dog.
What a prick.
Yeah.
Well, he would have had it killed had he had been king at the time. Because he wasn't king at the time. If he would have been king, he would have killed the dog.
I think that he thought that she did kill it. I think he told. I can't remember. But I think
they did.
And then because I think she just lets it out in the woods.
Right, and then they substitute for the other dog.
Yeah,
and they kill the other dog. Oh my gosh, yeah. Whose dog was that?
I want to see a spinoff where we're just following this dog.
Yeah, right.
Because you got to assume it's gotten some crazy shit at this point.
For sure, without a doubt. He's probably killing humans.
You got to think he had to infiltrate that pack, kill the pack leader. Now he's the pack leader. He's been do some fucking shit.
Yeah. Definitely has been.
So is Arya, I think she is going to be the one that kills Cersei because she definitely, I think, took it the hardest with Ned dying.
Yeah.
You know, her entire...
She had to literally watch it.
Yeah, and her entire arc...
From the audience.
Her entire arc is her getting prepared to kill all these people. You know, she's got a list of people still. She's got a big old list. She's got to go down and kill... I like, though, that she's just rolling around with a big old bag of faces. You don't want to get pulled over by a cop.
And later on in season 7, when Sansa comes across it, she's like, extremely startled.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Well, we have to talk about Sansa because everyone else in her family is full on batshit crazy now. She's the only one that's semi-normal, even though she's had
kind of, but she has her biases.
But she's been kind of coddled with being married to Joffrey and everything. So she's the only one that hasn't really had to have seen the real world. Besides, she's had a horrible life.
She's had horrible husbands. Other than Tyrion Lannister, she was also married to Ramsay Bolton. who was a psychotic.
She had rich people problems.
But she was tortured.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, she's grown up so much since season 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like her character.
But she's the only one that hasn't been this really thrown to the fucking wild. Because remember, Arya, as soon as Ned Stark gets killed,
she bounces.
She has to go live in the slums. Remember, that's how she first. That's how she first meets Hot Pie.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Sansa, she was always kind of protected or whatnot. But yeah,
I wouldn't say protected in the best way, but I'd say she's under some sort of civilization.
I say in the way where she goes to bed in a bed every night and she gets food and whatnot. But and living with Joffrey, you'd rather be murdered, right?
Yeah, I'd almost rather be murdered.
Would you rather
or Ramsay Bolton?
Would you rather
psychotic too.
Have your dick cut off by Ramsay Bolton,
who we also have to get to? We have to get to the Ironborns too.
Yeah, well. I want to give you a what if. Marry Joffrey or marry Ramsay Bolton? Oh, this is tough, isn't it?
Whew. I'd probably marry Joffrey because he'd be easier to strangle in his sleep. I think Ramsay would be too smart. King Joffrey would
you'd be killed either way.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm saying you gotta live with these. You gotta live with these people.
Watching the life go, character-wise, not the actors. I'm sure they're
both.
Nice
Man, Ramsay Bolton. To me, he's up there with being just as hated.
Oh, Ramsay Bolton absolutely is, but I think he's
that
smart.
Character.
But
that character
is
so annoying though to me.
I know
the way he plays him is
smarter
perfect.
Than King Joffrey.
Oh yeah,
Joffrey would just throw. He'd have
Joffrey's just spoiled little kid.
Kill him.
Yeah, he was just spoiled.
But Ramsay thought shit out. That's why I don't want to be with him. He would maneuver you at every point. Like he's a very smart individual.
That's true.
As where King Joffrey,
he's a
just
little
fucking poison.
And he's a little kid. He's a little bitch. But still, I mean, he's sadistic though. I mean,
oh yeah, when he brought when King Joffrey brought the 2 girls in, and then he shot them with crossbows.
Yeah.
Instead of having sex with them.
That's some fucking Ted Bundy shit.
It is, man. He didn't even get off like having sex with them. He got off killing them.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you're
so that's kind of stuff. So, but I think
it probably doesn't help that mom and dad are brother and sister. That's
where I think
why he's a little
Ramsay
psychotic.
Bolton is he only kills to get ahead, where Joffrey kills just for fun. Right? Ramsay Bolton, he's just killing to move up in the world.
His kingdom.
So you got 2 different kind of crazies there. But either one, I'd probably rather choose. I'd probably rather go to the Citadel or whatever Arya goes to learn all the tricks or whatever. Remember, she was treated like shit too, where she was blind for a long time. Forget about that.
So moving on to the Ironborn. So we have Yara. What Yara? Yara. So she's captured by Euron Greyjoy, right? And
Yes.
Theon
dipped out.
He could have been a hero.
I
mean, he
love
definitely
that.
would have died, but he said, "Fuck that noise. I'm dickless already. I am not going to die for you," even though he pledged his allegiance to Yara, which was crazy. But no, he just jumped ship and swam away.
Yeah, immediately he said, I'm
out.
dipping
I'm
not my
good."
scene. I'm
Yeah.
getting yeah.
He did have a good redemption moment with Jon Snow later on in that season, though, in season 7 when he...
Well, he had good redemption when he started fighting Theon also.
Euron?
Yeah, Euron.
Yeah. But when did he fight him after...
He fights, remember? They wind up on the shores or something. He beats it, or Euron beats the shit out of him. But remember, he keeps hitting him in the dick. And he doesn't...
No, that wasn't Euron Greyjoy. That was just the leader, the remainder of the Iron Banner.
Oh.
Yeah, because he wanted to send... That's where the redemption quality comes into play, because he was talking to Jon Snow, and Jon basically said, "I can't forgive you for everything, but you're a Stark, and you're also a Greyjoy." And then that's immediately when he goes down to the shore, and... Because I just watched this episode. Went down to the shore and was trying to get the other Ironborns, and the leader was like, "No, you're weak. You're a weak
Oh,
leader." And
yeah,
so they fight.
yeah. Okay.
And then he beats him up, so everyone.
And that
decides
guy
to go
wasn't
and
with...
save Yara.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if they're going to
And
successfully
that's the
save
part
Yara
where he
or
keeps
not,
hitting him
but-
in the dick.
Yes.
And for some reason...
And for some reason, being dickless means you don't have balls. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe,
I don't know if they know that
Maybe
anatomy,
Ramsay
but
just cut it all off.
When you get hit in the dick, it's the balls that hurt. I mean,
Hurt.
yeah, it's not your dick that hurt.
Maybe he cut the two boys off too.
That would have been rough. That
That's the
would
only
have been
thing
rough.
I can think of.
That would have been quite the bleeder.
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
What do you think about Euron Greyjoy? Isn't he a little? He kind of like the emo rock star kind of.
Well, he's
pirate.
He's
sailor
been
kinda
he's been
guy, in my
arguably
opinion.
he's been arguably through the worst of the worst,
Mhm.
right? I mean, he's survived the most, I'd say. But I love his character arc because remember at the very start he was an asshole, you know, cocky and whatever. He was next in line from his dad to take on the Iron Islands.
From his brother,
Well,
the king that he killed. The king that he killed was his brother. Are you talking about Balon?
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, who am I?
Yeah, Euron Greyjoy killed his brother. He threw him off the bridge.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Euron. I'm talking about Dickless.
Oh, Theon.
Yeah, Theon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I see what you're
He's
saying.
had a really good arc where remember at the very start he was, you know, cocky and everything. He's fucking
When he
everyone.
took over Winterfell too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
early
and
on.
and then he just got tortured, and then ever since then he's just been getting the shit beat out of him. Just
And you can see the man
constantly.
is completely gone in him.
Oh yeah,
It's
well,
gone.
he like walks around just fucking bent over, just a shell of a person. He
And-
barely talks. He can barely even fucking
know.
talk.
And I think as far as acting wise, it's one of the most impressive performances
I
because
agree.
he
I
looks
was just thinking
almost
that
like
also.
skittish all the time. Like
Same, yeah.
he's never sure. He's always looking over his shoulder. He's always got big eyes, you know.
But the entire
It's good
time,
acting.
I'm thinking, this guy's got to get his spunk back. I mean, he's got
to.
to, because I mean, he's got to kill someone.
But that's what I'm saying though. That Jon Snow scene in episode 7 or 8 or 6 or 7, excuse
Mm-hmm.
me, when he tells him you're a Stark and you're a Greyjoy, and then he beats the crap out of the leader of the Ironborn, the remainder of them.
yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
think
that's
we're
his-
gonna see a character
hopefully,
change.
man. Hopefully.
I think he'll attempt to save Yora, but I think he'll die in the process, and I think he'll.
I think
save
so
her.
too. He's not a character that I don't see surviving the entirety of. Yeah, so I think his sister is gonna end up being the one who is the leader of the Iron Islands.
Yeah, Yara will be.
Yeah, if she
queen.
doesn't, because right now she's captured by.
Euron
Euron,
Greyjoy.
yeah.
In the very beginning, in episode 2, we see that they were captured.
Let's
and,
talk about Euron. Euron's a fucking psycho.
He is.
Remember at the meeting at the very end when he he bounces out because he lives on an island, so he doesn't need to worry about.
But remember, Cersei said that
Yeah.
was a trick. But that's what I thought too. The first time watching that, I was like, "Damn, he just is hot
But
up and out of here."
But I really do think that's what he would have done if he didn't.
Had they not had the backup plan,
Because
Cersei,
he's gonna marry Cersei.
and Cersei knew beforehand too. She knew beforehand about the White Walkers, and that's where their game plan came into play. It just wasn't revealed to the audience until after that.
Oh yeah. But the Iron Island guys, they're hard to keep track of because they're not part of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever. They're on their own, but now they're playing a huge role.
They are because they have so many ships.
Yeah, and they've been uninvolved with all these battles and everything, and they just had their crazy old fucking King Neptune dad who was withering away into the ocean.
Well, and that was the one thing that frustrated me about the Ironborn and that whole character story development was, do you remember when Euron took over the throne after his brother was killed?
After he threw his brother off a bridge,
right. And
Natural causes.
Right, and then Yara was trying to be the leader, and then they gave him the king anyway. And then he tells everyone, because obviously Yara and Theon steal a bunch of their ships and sail off before they can get killed. And then Euron Greyjoy's like, build me 1,000 ships and I will give you. And then the next episode, they've already got 1,000 ships. I'm like, how did they build 1,000 ships already?
Bro, you got to think that's all that island does, though.
I know.
That is literally all that island does.
The timeline did not work for me with that.
No, but the timeline, it never works with like Jon Snow being underwater for 5 minutes at the very end, too. Yeah. I mean, it never. We don't ever get like a 4 month later process or whatever, so we don't. I mean, I don't know. So who knows how many people are on that island?
And it's just
maybe we said everyone
drop. It's just a little.
Maybe said everyone drop everyone. We got to make 1,000 ships tonight, and they said, "Hey, let's get to work.
Let's get working double time."
Well, we got to talk about how all their ships got destroyed too. All the ships they sailed off with.
They did.
That's how she got captured. They got.
Well, and
we didn't even talk about it. That was a big battle scene when more of the Unsullied. Remember the Unsullied go in there and to the house, and there's only like 5 guys there. Then it was a fucking setup.
They attacked all their ships. Yep. And when Euron captured Ilaria too, do you remember that? Ilaria and her daughter, the Sand People,
Sand Snakes,
and
Cersei killed her daughter and made her daughter watch
in the same way.
Yeah,
that she killed her daughter.
It's the kiss of death.
It is.
Yeah, those people really got fucked over.
They definitely did.
Because remember, the only reason they got brought in was like, or they just got brought in for the wedding or something. It was at the Purple wedding. You know, he was gonna. It was all because he got cocky. That literally the dominoes started falling because he got cocky. He couldn't kill the fucking mountain.
Yep.
Got his head squished. Unfortunately.
God, what a brutal scene.
Unfortunately.
And
the Sand Snakes have been suffering ever since. They've been dropping like flies.
They have been.
There's none left besides her, the main lady, right? Because the 3 daughters have all died.
Yes, they have.
All of them.
All of them have died. She's the last one. And she's withering away in King's Landing underneath.
Well, she's watching her daughter decay.
Yeah. There's no worse death than that. And do you remember Cersei say, I want you guys to replace the torches every 2 hours. I don't want her to miss a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So at all times, it's lit in there.
Well, I know. I wonder.
You got to stare at your dead daughter.
You got to think Cersei's probably the only one that knows she's down there. So all this war is going to go on, and she's still going to be down there. Someone's going to be down there sweeping one day. Be like, who the fuck is this chick?
Why is she still here?
Why are these torches still lit?
The war's been gone for 6 years
30
now.
30 years.
We just found it.
I know. But, yeah. So the Greyjoys, they're all being wiped out, in my opinion.
You think all of them are going to die at season 8?
Besides
Yara.
She has the highest probability of living, but I still don't think it's very high. I mean, if they all die, who takes over the fucking Iron Islands?
No one.
I don't think there's anyone
no one
left.
wants it.
I don't think there's anyone left.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so if you're putting money on it, who's king?
Okay, in a perfect world, obviously Jon Snow is king, with Daenerys Targaryen as his queen / aunt / wife.
/ lover.
Well, yeah, wife, lover, odd. I think a good twist would be that Cersei wins the Iron Throne. Or, I mean, she's there right now in King's Landing, but she wins the whole thing. I think that pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah,
but
very
it's
possible.
It's an interesting way to go.
Well, let's not forget this guy
The
right
bastard
here.
son.
Let's not forget Gendry.
Or Gendry, yes.
Gendry, who is who's also a rightful heir. Technically, because Jon Snow does not know that he is Targaryen's son.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here, he would have been next in line after
would've been.
Robert Baratheon would have died. Because he
'Cause
was
he's his
older than
bastard son.
and he was older than Joffrey. So he would have been next in line. So this guy, and Gendry, he doesn't give a fuck though. He knows that he's right.
Yeah.
But
he's like, it is what it is.
yeah, man, I'm a blacksmith. I make some shit. I got a big
Swings
hammer.
that hammer pretty good too, man. He don't fuck around with
Well,
that.
he's a badass.
He
Of
is.
course, he is blood of Robert Baratheon, who at one point was supposed to be, was he like the Lionheart, or he was supposed to be really before he got fat and lazy
and died at a hunting
a
accident.
pig killed him.
What a way to go.
But yeah,
Out of all the ways to die in Game of
so
Thrones. that's
Gendry's a wild card also.
He is, but I personally believe he will die.
Really?
I
He's
do.
lasted so long.
Well, because he had like a 4-season layoff.
Well, that
Davos
and the
sent him
Ricketts,
off, and then,
he was protecting him though.
Right.
He was.
But he sent him off, and then it was like 3 years later, he shows up again. And I'm like,
Every
whoa,
once in a
it's
while,
Gendry.
yeah, we'd get to see.
Yeah.
But it did not take him much convincing to lay down his blacksmithing job and just.
No, he wanted to join forces. He goes,
It was about
tired.
20 seconds, and I think they were even kind of shocked how
Yeah.
easy it was. Oh, all right, come on.
Well, but he said, he goes, I'm tired of making weapons for my enemy who killed my father.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to serve. I don't care in what capacity. I'm willing
Currently,
to
he's
serve."
at the wall with all the Starks. Because he went out with. Oh, yeah, because Gendry, remember, he's the one they send out to sprint back and warn the people at the wall that the army's coming.
Yep.
So they're all at the wall right now. Well, what's left of the wall. So yeah, he's a.
Did you
he's a
watch
wild card?
Oh yeah. Did you watch the season 8 trailer?
I've seen trailers.
Okay, so then you've seen it. I was concerned. I was kind of concerned that Tormund, which is a wildling with the red beard, and the brothers without banners. I thought they all died at the wall at the very end of
he
season
lived.
7.
Oh yeah.
But then we see them in the trailer in season 8, and I was like, okay, good, they're still alive.
Well, he's still got to fuck
Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne of
Yeah.
Tarth. Because he's got eyes on her.
Yes, he does.
And let's say if they made a child,
it
that
would
guy,
be a very strong
he'd be
child.
7 feet tall.
Yep.
I mean, even if it's a girl, she'll be 7 feet tall,
Mhm.
and she'll be the next Hound.
I have a question for you. Legit question, because most guys are like, no, there's no way I would. Me, I'm totally different. Would you date a tall girl 6 inches taller than you?
6 inches.
Mhm.
So I'm 5'10"
Right.
on a good day. So 6'4".
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So would I.
I've actually
heartbeat.
always had that thing for taller women. So it's
Same.
not. Are you asking me if I would date Brienne of Tarth?
Well, no,
Is
not
that the-
specifically, but yeah, let's go to that. Would you date? Why don't you ask me?
Nope.
No, yes.
I'd rather not.
I would. Yes, I would.
She's
In a
scary
heartbeat.
though. She's
That's
she's
what's-
the kind of person that would beat the shit out of you if you did something wrong.
I'd be all right with that.
Oh, you're into that.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, dude.
She's
Why not?
yeah, I don't know. She's scary to me. She's intimidating, I guess. That's it. But I've seen her at like the red carpet events and stuff, and she is a very good looking
Yes,
lady.
she is.
She's very
She's very good
beautiful.
looking. Yeah. I saw her at the season 8.
Yeah,
Those
she's
pictures,
yeah.
and I was like, damn,
She's
okay. She's
very
fierce. Yeah.
You'd be surprised. A lot of these people do not look like they do in fucking Game of Thrones, especially the Hound. Have you heard the Hound talk in real life?
Yeah, I have.
He's got like the thickest Scottish
ever,
accent. It's
yeah.
not. It's unbelievable. But is Brienne of Tarth gonna live? Well, she's still.
I think she will.
Well, she fulfilled her promise, right?
To protect the Starks?
She got all the Stark women back together too.
She did, but she still fights. She's
Well,
obviously
yeah.
gonna
Now,
fight the
now
White
she's got a
Walkers.
whole
Yeah.
nother. But she's kind of got a thing with Jaime.
Jaime Lannister. That's been going on for 2 years, and you know what? If we preface what Jaime Lannister said, he says, "No matter what, I'm going to die in the arms of someone I love."
You think he's gonna die?
So do we see him die against the White Walkers and then have Brienne of Tarth hold him as he dies, and that makes Cersei even more bitter?
Or
I think it's a good possibility.
Brienne of Tarth ends up having to kill him for some reason, and that she stabs him at the very end because they've always been close or whatever. But when it comes head to head, Jaime's gonna fight for Cersei.
Yes.
And Brienne of Tarth is going to fight for
But what if Jaime
Jon.
doesn't need to have that decision? What if he dies fighting the White Walkers and it's more of that goodbye?
He's not going to die fighting the White Walkers.
You don't think so?
He's going to die from the hands of someone we know.
So hear me out.
Of course, he's a good guy now.
So he doesn't die. Okay, so let's just say he does die from the White Walkers, right? He dies in Brienne of Tarth's arms. This is just a theory I'm playing in my head. Arya goes, a dead body, skins the face off, wears it, and then eventually kills Cersei at the end.
Well, that's possible.
Infiltrates
that's
for
possible
a few
still,
episodes,
but
and then kills him.
But I still don't think he's gonna die from the White Walkers. Oh, okay. Well, I guess what you're saying is you think he might die from
he'll die in Winterfell,
the king of the White Walkers,
something.
not just the army.
No, not just
like
the army.
Yeah.
I just mean he will die in Winterfell with Brienne of Tarth, the one he loves.
Honestly, I don't think the big battle of season 7 with this is a prediction is going to be with the White Walkers. I think it's going to be because
you think it'll be with Cersei?
Well, I mean, obviously that's what's leading up to, right? I mean, she's not playing with the White Walkers or whatever.
Yeah, but if the White Walkers end up, what if the White Walkers just blow through Winterfell and then it's just Cersei versus the White Walkers? Who do you root for then?
Well, Cersei is fighting because she said that she was going to leave her armies in place just to protect from the White Walkers, right? So she already has some people in place that are going to fight.
She's not going to Winterfell to fight.
No,
she's not going north to
she's
fight.
leaving.
That's why
she's leaving those
Jaime
guys up
left
there too. Yeah. Well, yeah, and then the very last scene we get is fucking snow falling in the south, so winter is coming. And I've been hearing that for 8 seasons now.
So have I. I'm ready to see it.
But yeah, we didn't even talk about fucking Tyrion.
We haven't talked about Tyrion Lannister at all, actually.
Yeah. What's gonna happen with him? What's gonna happen with that little guy?
I think he'll live.
I think so too.
I really do. He's just too big.
I
of a
can
name
imagine
to
like one of the very last scenes, whoever is on the Iron Throne, which I'm thinking, my opinion is probably going to be Daenerys, but I can see he's always been her kind of right hand, so I can see him even being the hand at the end.
So can I. I don't see.
I cannot. I mean,
I don't see him dying.
People would be upset. I think that'd be the most upsetting death in the entire show.
It would be.
Would be Tyrion dying at this point. Because Jon Snow's already died once.
We all know how that went.
Yeah, at this point, we're cushioned to the blow.
I'll never forget that, though. The end of season 5, when Jon Snow died, I was like, you know what? Fuck this show. I'm so done with all the Starks, all the ones I root for dying.
Or all the Starks are... I mean, all the men, yeah. We came back, though.
I mean, Robb Stark.
Here's
dude,
that
the Red
bastard.
Wedding, that was the toughest day of my life. I always
Queerburn?
Queerburn.
Queerburn?
Queerburn?
Dishonored master, hand to Cersei, mad scientist. That's just
Dishonored maester. Yes, he is. The bastard.
That son of a bitch is
mad scientist.
He's a mad scientist.
He is.
He brought back the mountain. Brought that son of a bitch back. When is he gonna die? When is the Hound gonna kill him? That's what we should ask. When's his brother going to kill him? Because they hate each other.
That's hilarious. I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
About the mountain and
the Hound.
The Hound. Jeez. About them fighting.
Because they have a small scene in the 7th season.
Yep.
Where he just looks at him and whatever.
Well, because the mountain was responsible for burning his face.
Well, if you remember, everyone has such a crazy story arc in these movies. Where you remember the mountain used to be an actual human. He was just a dick.
Right.
Remember? And he was played.
And then
he was played by a couple. He's been played by a few different people in the series. At the very start, he's played by a normal guy who they kind of fight. Where we first see him and the Hound. It might have been the first season, but he talks about how the mountain held the Hound's face over the fire, right? And that's why he's scared of. But then he's played by fucking Hathorn.
Which is the bodybuilder guy, right? The strongest man in the world.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, recently he just won the world's strongman
competition. Have you seen his wife? Dude.
Oh, no, have you
The
seen...
pictures are hilarious, and look, I'm not looking at this like in a weird way, but how does it work?
Well, I mean, you got to ask yourself that. No, you
How
got to
does it
look up...
work?
I'll look up right
Because
now.
she's like 5'4",
The
5'5".
American strongman who's won way more competitions than half-4, Brian Shaw. I love strongman competitions.
Do you really?
Yeah, I
That's
do.
such an odd thing that you enjoy.
But
I mean, I used to watch him occasionally back
I
in like
watch him every year.
2009.
It's so strong. These people are damn near superhumans.
They are.
But Brian Shaw, he's American, and he's also like 6'9". He also has an extremely tiny wife.
You gotta ask how that works, man. I just don't understand. So strange. So strange.
Hey, man.
But yeah, what do you think Game of Thrones writers are going to do? Are they going to allow the Mountain and the Hound to fight at the end? And if so, who wins?
Probably not, because that's what we want.
That's what we want,
And
so we won't get it.
Crazy circumstances would have to happen to even get them in the same...
What
unless
if,
they meet on the battlefield.
What if the Hound almost dies, right, against the Mountain? Because the Mountain's probably stronger.
See, that's Brian Shaw and the Mountain together.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy on the left, Brian Shaw, he's the American. He's the one that's always the guy to beat.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Those are big boys, man.
But yeah, getting the Mountain and the Hound together.
Yeah, so, I mean, how do we think this is going to work? How do we think this is going to play out? I think Arya might save the Hound just like... Because remember earlier, she kind of left him to die.
She did live and die.
Yeah, because he was on her list.
Yeah.
But now I think she might save him in the end. I think the Hound will get knocked down and almost die, and then Arya will save the day and kill him.
Really? Well, that'd be nice because they did. I loved their story arc together.
Yeah.
When they were, because the Hound was a son of a bitch. But I really liked in the 7th season. Remember, because it was what's her name that almost killed the Hound.
Yeah, Brianna Tarth.
Yeah, and I like America's in the 7th season. They see each other for like the first time or whatever, and they kind of give like a nod or whatever, and it's no
And that
hard
was
feeling
it,
because she beats the shit out of him.
She does.
She throws him off a cliff.
That was in season 5 or 6?
Season 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it had to have been season 5 because I watched 6. I don't remember.
Oh
that.
yeah. So I had
Yeah,
it in season 5. So that was a
That's
been a while.
crazy. It's been a while.
That was right before they were going to this crazy lady, Lisa. Ned's
oh man, the Tullys.
Ned's sister-in-law. The Tullys are a fun bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a little soft in the head.
Yeah, because she was breastfeeding her. Lisa was breastfeeding her little boy,
Robin,
until
they're still around
until like
though.
11, 12 years
Or no,
old.
Lisa's not around.
Mm-mm.
She was thrown out.
She was thrown out by Littlefinger.
The moon door. Or
Which,
whatever.
speaking of that was awesome. How Sansa and Arya.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
Got
'Cause I
back
remember the first
at
time watching
Littlefinger.
that. What everyone assumed is that he was gonna get. He's pretty much the fucking reason for all what's happening right now, Littlefinger.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's been there since day one. I mean, he was arguably the reason Ned Stark was killed.
Well, because of the knife too.
Yeah, and the knife.
The knife that he
Yeah.
planted.
So this
with
yeah, I'm so glad that we eventually got his death because he's been dancing around dying for a long time.
He's been
avoiding
putting his little fingers into
his
things.
little
those
tiny
little
hands.
fingers. God, little bastard.
But yeah, don't forget this Robin cat's still alive though. I don't know if he's gonna come back and be rightful heir.
No, he will not be. No. Yeah, he's the Vale. Well, because the Vale went and helped fight with Winterfell,
Yeah,
the North.
Yeah.
So that's probably where they're at. My guess.
It's
that
crazy.
little Robin boy. What if he won the throne?
he's
just that little
just
weasel.
fucking weird.
It's like, where's my mom? I need some tit milk.
Sucking
It's like,
tit still.
Listen,
Yeah,
kid, you're 15. You don't need to suck your
you're
mom's teeth
38
anymore.
now. Grow
Grow
up.
up.
But his dad, John, died at the first 5 minutes, I think, of the first episode.
Yeah.
I think literally we just see his dead body. Because he died of mysterious
circumstances.
because he knew he was one of the people that knew that Cersei's kids were not Robert Baratheons because he was the hand at the point. So
Yeah.
he was one of, so obviously he was murdered by,
Of course, Cersei. She's not going to allow such
but she was one of the few.
debauchery.
It's crazy how far it's gone. I mean, how different all the characters are starting from the very
And
start.
like, you really got to hand it to R.R. Martin here because, like, dude, it's so tough to make all these characters, and the way that they're all super intricate and different is pretty damn impressive.
And the growth that
imagine
all
the
of them
time-
have.
yeah.
They're all completely different people now.
I mean, imagine the timeline this guy, how much writing, how many hours. Like, this just doesn't get done overnight. This doesn't even get done in years.
No.
Obviously why he's still writing the books.
It's
but-
it reminds me a lot of, or he reminds me a lot of J.R.R. Tolkien. Just because they
Well,
both,
and that's where he got his inspiration. He's
and
very
they both have
inspired
double
by it.
R's.
They do. They do.
But but it's the same realm where J.R.R. Tolkien, he built this entire world, entire universe with like a history, a god, and everything. J.R.R. Tolkien did the same thing, but there's many, many gods and all of it's very dense. It's a lot of information.
Who do you think is the, and dare I say this, but who do you think is the prettiest girl in Game of Thrones? Like, if you could pick one girl to be your wife, who would it be?
Oh, it's hands down the lady who died. She's Natalie Dormer. The lady who died.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's in a lot of stuff now actually too, but she's always
She's in a ton of stuff.
she's been married 3 times in the show. She was first married to the gay guy who's sleeping with her brother. Then she was married to Joffrey.
Mhm.
Then she was
Queen
married
Marjorie.
to Queen Marjorie. Then she was married to Joffrey's, which she should be.
Tommen.
Yeah. There she is right here.
Yep.
But yeah, hands down, most beautiful. I've always thought that Natalie Dormer was. What in your opinion? But it's a close tie with those fucking Sand Snake girls. They had some of the most beautiful
They
women.
did.
Those 3
They
girls,
did.
all
Mhm.
3 of them were fucking unbelievable. But yeah,
I've got Missandei, bro. Daenerys' slave girl, translator.
oh, I've seen her in some stuff too. She got
She's a-
finger banged
She's
by
a 10. Grey Worm.
I
Yeah.
assume he did some finger banging.
I would
assume
hope
that's-
so. I mean, what else is he gonna do? I mean, he went down.
A lot of
It was
tongue
very
action. A
revealing
lot of
scene. Yeah, very revealing scene.
Well, I wanted a little more revealing. I want to know how it was going to work.
Same. I want to know how the relationship was gonna work.
When I
out.
saw that, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here. Does she? She knows. He knows. Well, yeah, that's who.
yeah,
like,
dude,
she's
she is.
number 1.
She's beautiful.
She was also in a Fast and Furious movie.
Really,
Whatever the one is in Dubai, when they
dude. I don't give a
where they jump
fuck.
through the towers and they go
Oh,
across.
stop, dude. I don't.
She was in that
look,
one.
I'm having a good time. I don't want to talk about that bullshit.
She was in that one.
so stupid, man.
But yeah. Who would be the wildest person? Who's the least likely? Let's say if we're doing Vegas odds, who's the least likely to be in the throne of the running? So I'm not talking about like hot pie or something.
In the running,
Yeah.
I would say the least likely. I'd have to go with the bastard son,
Yeah,
Baratheon.
I was
Genji.
probably gonna say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because one, I mean, yeah, he's not technically he is the rightful heir, but technically,
Technically, he's not.
technically
though,
a
'cause
Targaryen should be on the
Targaryens
throne,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'd.
I would say him or well, but I think he's more of a shot than Cersei, because I could also see Cersei winning the throne. Do I think she will? No, I think she'll eventually be defeated, but it's also a possibility. And based on how Game of Thrones has gone, I would not put it past them to put Cersei's on the Iron Throne. I wouldn't.
No,
And
I
that's what I
wouldn't
like
be.
this show, because you don't really know.
Yeah,
There are some Vegas odds too. It's hilarious on who
those
will.
Vegas odds for damn.
I
You
know,
can
everything.
bet on damn near everything.
But it sucks because people say that, but every time I go to Vegas, they don't have any of these sort of odds. They only have sports odds at the big casinos.
yeah, I think you gotta go.
You got to go
somewhere
certain
special or
places
something,
with
yeah.
prop bets and stuff.
Because I know there's some online places you can go. Because there's one place online that always does the Oscar odds.
Dude, don't talk to me about online gambling. I think it's so stupid. Washington State does not allow it.
Used to.
Yeah, it used to.
Well,
So stupid, man.
they just
This
legalized it
state
everywhere
sucks.
now. Yeah, I used to play online poker all the time. Can't
Yeah.
do that.
I know. So stupid. It really does frustrate me because I bet on fights and stuff, but I can't because I live in Washington State.
Oh, there's places around it. You can go find a bookie. You can go down to Portland, find some guy. He'll take bets from you. He'll be flipping a coin. He's got a,
Yeah.
a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah, that's
You'll be
true.
standing on the corner of some street. You can give anyone money, and they'll take some bets for you. You just got to get out there, Mason.
That's true. I just got to get out there and explore the world.
There used to be a horse track in Portland. You can go down through all kinds
A
of
while
bets
ago,
on.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, alrighty. We got any other wild predictions you got off the cuff?
One other guy we didn't talk about. Two other guys, real quick. What do you think Bronn will happen in Podrick? Bronn being, Jaime Lannister's right-hand man, essentially. And then, Podrick being...
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to fucking Podrick. I mean...
what if he gets yarn?
I don't think it's just random.
Yeah,
where it's like
just,
whoever sits in the
whoever's
chair
still
first.
alive, yeah.
Fuck,
Whatever.
dude. There might be only 3 people left in the entire world.
Yeah, very well could be.
It might be Hot Pie, Podrick, and fucking Robin. 3 Musketeers.
Could you imagine a comedy spin-off of Game of Thrones with those three?
Guys with
out on an
idiots.
adventure.
They're just stumbling around the fucking kingdom. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of characters there's some characters that fucking we don't really even know what happened. Like what happened to Rickon? The other Stark brother that we only saw.
No, he died.
Oh, he did die.
Yeah, remember Ramsay Bolton said, "Run back to your brother," and he shot him with the bow and arrows.
About that.
Yep.
Yeah,
killed him.
and fucking Benjen died.
That random, the most random way ever. Jon Snow gets out and he's like, "Grab my horse!"
I know,
and
and
he's just like, "Argh," gets eaten. I'm like,
And
what
the
the
entire
fuck?
time when we're like, is Benjen still alive? Is Benjen where is Benjen? Is he captured?
Well, remember he helped. Didn't he also? Yeah, he also helped Brandon Stark.
Yeah. Well, remember
when they were escaping.
Well, Benjen was out fucking living in the north where no one's allowed to go.
But I think he was dead because he always had like a blue tint to his skin. He looked dead, but he didn't look like a White Walker, which was really weird to me.
Yeah. So what do you think he was though?
I don't know.
I mean, because that would have been he was a mysterious character.
He was.
But yeah, I don't know. He kind of bounced in and out of episodes. He
They
always
just
seemed to
used
come
him
in at a
the
very
most-
important.
Yeah. Yeah.
He saved a lot of fucking
At the most
asses.
convenient time too. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Balin Greyjoy, he was the one that got thrown off the bridge.
Yes, he did. Yeah. May he rest in peace. So, Cash, what's your predictions for this season 8? Where do you think this is going?
Well, yeah. What do you think the first episode's gonna fucking kick off with?
I think it'll start with the war at Winterfell.
You think it's gonna?
I think it'll
start with the war.
Yep.
Man, that'd be the first time ever in fucking Game of Thrones history that we start out. Usually, we got to wait 4 episodes.
This is
in.
true, but we only have 6 to work with.
I know, and a lot has to happen
A lot
in
has
6
to happen.
episodes.
A lot has to happen in 6 episodes, dude. There's so much to get to that I think they'll write. Because look,
We got to think.
the White Walkers knocked down the wall.
They knocked down the wall.
How much farther is the north from the wall? Not that much farther.
Jon Snow.
They're there within a day or two.
He started mining
Dragonglass.
Dragonglass
Yep.
from
Dragonstone.
the keep or whatever. Yeah, he started doing that. Is that where Daenerys is right now?
No, she should be in.
I don't think anyone's in Winterfell anymore.
No, they're not.
I mean, I'm
No.
guessing you got to bounce after that wall falls.
Yeah,
Because Winterfell was the last place we saw Gendry.
hmm
That's the last place we saw all of them. Because Jon at the very end, or they were all at Winterfell.
yeah, they were because they had just gotten saved.
Yeah, so they're all fucking there. So what's gonna happen to that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. That is
It's
a
really
good
hard to do
question.
predictions with this show because you have no idea.
And you don't know. It could start out. They could all be in some other place now. I mean, when it could start out, and we just have to assume that they all just left.
They just
'Cause,
left
Yeah.
the north, which I don't think they will. They're going to stand and fight, and we do see some foreshadowing in like the trailer and stuff of it. But
Oh yeah. Well, they're gonna fight the fucking White Walkers at some point.
yeah, they have to. They don't have a choice.
I mean, who do they got? They got.
Jamie came down to the rescue too at the very end. Of
They
episode
have
7.
all the armies right now to fight the White Walkers. Well, what they think. They have. I mean, because Daenerys, she's all in now. Because at the very end, Mara took her forever to actually agree to it until she saw at the very end, and her dragon died. So now she's
And also, when Jon Snow was there, she realized that he actually did take knives. For
Yeah,
his people.
yeah, she saw that.
'Cause she thought that was a metaphor. Or she thought something was.
She saw that he
there.
actually fucking died.
And then she saw that.
and
he
now
actually
she's
was
like,
stabbed to
oh,
death.
this guy's. And remember, this was a little nod, but when they're back on the Dragonglass Island, whatever that place is called, remember Jon Snow? He's like kind of petting one of the dragons.
Mhm.
Remember the dragon, but it's got to be because he's
Targaryen blood.
and
Yes.
Targaryens. That's what they're known for, is they raise dragons. So that because remember she even sees it and she's kind of like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Like he likes, but I don't think she obviously didn't put two and two together. But she was warming up to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. So I think with John, maybe John gets the second dragon.
Yeah. Oh,
You
he's
see what I'm
riding a
saying?
dragon.
Both
Oh,
of
he's
them are
riding
riding
a
a
dragon.
dragon.
Oh yeah.
So
You got it, for sure. That's gonna be seen as them two fucking battling. But I'm thinking it's got to be two wars. It's gonna be them and the White Walkers, then them and fucking Cersei's army.
it has to
Right?
be.
And it's gotta all end in King's Landing.
Oh, I cannot wait for these next 6 weeks, dude. I just want to know what happens. You know what I mean? Like we've been on this journey for almost 10 years.
It's crazy to me. I was just thinking that there is a group of people that know how season 7 is going to end. A huge group
Season
of
8,
people.
yeah.
Season 8. Yeah, there's a huge group of people. I mean, everyone that worked on that show has to know.
It's got to be killing them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, even like, imagine the key grip. Even
Oh
he
my god, yeah.
There's just some fucking guy in England they got out of the pub or something. They got him signing all these contracts saying they're going to kill him if he tells anyone.
Well, yeah, exactly. And not only that, but then like if you're a star of the show, you know, if you're Macy Williams or something like that, you're like going on to these talk shows like Jimmy Fallon and whatnot and having to talk but not give anything away.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard, dude. When you work on the set for 3 months and like you've got so much of the Game of Thrones story in your head, but then you're like, oh shit, I can't reveal that last portion.
Well, you got to
gotta be
think
tough.
fucking 8 years doing this. They got to be pretty good at it.
They're good at
They
it
got to
now.
be pretty
Yeah.
good. It's like seeing Mark Hamill do a fucking talk show or something.
Yeah.
He's so good at it now where he gives just the most like flat answers to everything where it's like, and he knows exactly where he knows exactly what information to tease and everything. But like Mark Hamill, he would never slip up now. He's just so fucking good at it. But
It's very
like,
true. He's got a lot of experience.
But
doing
yeah,
it.
man, it's gonna be a big relief from all the fucking actors, especially all the ones that are left. If you made it this far, you gotta be pretty happy that they kept you in the story at this point.
Well, for many, many reasons. One of those being fucking money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, every single person that's still alive in this show after 8 seasons is set for life. They're set for life, man.
Well, yeah, from
residuals.
but I don't
from
think they're getting
royalties.
I don't think they're getting paid very much from the show itself.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
all
think-
these people are
I think
set
they
out because
do.
all these people are. Well, you gotta assume that a huge portion of that budget goes into making the show with everything, because all these
Oh
people.
yeah, no, I'm not saying they're getting paid astronomical numbers.
Yeah,
'cause
from
they're
Game of
not.
Thrones, yeah.
And they're not shooting that much because there's so many different characters.
And because all these people have become their own. I mean, look at Peter Dinklage and look at fucking and Cersei herself. I mean, she's in a ton of stuff. She's in a ton of stuff before that actually. But all these people are. And everyone knows how good of actors they are. It's the biggest show in the world. But all these people, like you said, they'll be after the show's done. We'll be seeing a ton of these people in huge movies. I guarantee it.
well, I mean, we're seeing Macy in New Mutants.
Yeah,
She's in that. Sansa's doing things. You know.
Sansa is in
Phoenix
she's
or
playing
Dark Phoenix.
Jean Grey
Yeah,
and
Jean Grey and-
fucking yeah. So they'll be all right after this show is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what the budget was for this last season.
It's a good question. I wonder if they have that on
I don't
public
know.
forum.
Yeah, I don't know if they even release that kind of information.
Season 8 budget for Game of Thrones. Let's check.
Man, what are you guessing?
See, it has $90 million budget for 6 episodes.
I was gonna guess around 80.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
90 million. That is 90 million for 6 episodes. What is that around?
It's about 15.
15 per episode.
About 15. Actually, more like 16.2.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Well, I was watching some of the behind the scenes. It is so cool how they did that. The whole season 7, when the White Walkers are like walking over the ice,
Mhm.
right, and they fall through and stuff. They built that entire thing.
Oh yeah.
They built it from scratch, dude. It was insane. They just dug out this big landfill, covered it with fake ice, made it look real. It was so
You're getting
cool how they did
16
it.
million per ep. You better be making some big.
Yeah, you better be
But yeah,
making it
that's one of the best part of this the shows is the world building and the sets and everything is always they never cheap out. And even the CGI is good. For a TV show, the CGI is, I mean, it's damn near movie quality.
Mm-hmm.
And they use it in a very limited way, too. This next season is going to be the most CGI we see.
Yeah.
With all the White Walkers and
the dragons. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and all the fucking giants and everything, but yeah. Any other predictions?
No, I think that's about it, man.
That's all we got. It's coming out
It's this Sunday.
this Sunday.
This Sunday.
That is
We have
nuts.
waited 2 years for this. We started the podcast doing some of the season
Yeah.
7 reviews 2.5, 3 years ago, man.
Yeah. This Sunday it
Now-
will all be over. And then they're already setting up for a ton of spinoffs. At Game of
Yes,
Thrones. I think they have
prequels and
they say they had
stuff.
6 in the way. Some movies, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Targaryen history, A Song of Blood and Fire is the
Fire
book,
and Ice.
or Fire and Blood.
Ice.
Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that. I bought that book on Audible, so I'm gonna start listening to that one.
Yeah, but you could
It's like the
do a
prequel
spinoff of
Targaryen.
any of the houses.
Oh, any of these for
They
sure.
the Targaryen one is cool because they came up from fucking Essos or whatever, and they had nothing. They weren't even a family. And then they came over, but they had dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were the ones that united the entire 7 kingdoms.
Mhm.
United, I say. They killed everyone and
Everyone.
made them.
Wildflower down in the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when, because not the Mad King, but whatever, the guy who reunited everyone, he was the one that made King's Landing the capital or whatever. Yeah. That would be interesting, though. That'd be a lot of dragons in that show.
It would be quite a few.
Because that's all they did. That they fucking
Breed dragons.
Fuck those dragons.
Alrighty. You can follow us on YouTube, everyone. Type in HY or type in Have You Seen It? Have You Seen It podcast. Go to channel. We are the angry popcorn guy in the director's chair. Should still be the second one down. We are on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play. Anywhere you can find podcasts, that is currently where we are. Just type in the Have You Seen It podcast. We should show up. Scene, SCENE. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Seen It podcast. Twitter handle, Seen It podcast. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Facebook. We have a Facebook page as well. Go and check that out. I'm Mason Knight. That's Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Yes, goodbye. Look out for those episodes coming out, the Game of Thrones ones. Every Sunday, right?